Good evening, everyone. We'd like to call to order the regular board meeting of the Vallecitos Water District this November 5th, 2025. Notice to the public. Before we begin, I would like to announce that members of the public may watch the meeting live online by visiting the district's website and clicking the Watch Live icon. I've asked Director Hernandez to lead us in the pledge.
Yes. Ready, begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all. Roll call, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are all in attendance. Thank you. Any additions to the agenda?
No, sir.
All right. May I have a motion to adopt the agenda for the regular board meeting November 5, 25?
Move to approve.
Motion by Director Hernandez.
I'll second.
Seconded by Director Brown. Please vote. Motion passes. No doubt. Kirsten, do we have any public speakers?
No public speakers?
No public speakers. May I have a motion to approve the consent calendar as presented?
So moved.
Director Kirschbaum motions.
Second.
Seconded by Director Eldertharp. Please vote. Moving right through here. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you. Action items. Let's see. We've got just one action item tonight. 2.1, request to approve change order number 7 to the construction contract for the district headquarters roof replacement project. We'll have a presentation by our Director of Operations.
Yep, and while he gets ready, just as the board's aware that we have been undergoing a major roof renovation, so basically brand new roof tiles being put on all of our buildings here. So with that, I'll hand this over to our Director of Operations, Eric.
Thank you.
Good evening, directors. I'm here to provide an update on the headquarters roof replacement project and to request approval for change order number 7 to the construction contract with Premin Roofing. As background to the project, the roofs on both the administration and operations buildings were originally installed in 1997. After nearly 3 decades and numerous repairs, the inner layers reached their end of useful life. This February, the board approved a contract with Premin Roofing in the amount of $895,837 to replace the underlayment, damaged plywood and fascia, and roof tiles. Since the project began, the contractor has completed a significant amount of the work, including removal of the old roofing materials, replacement of the damaged plywood, and installation of new battens, rake edge material, and underlayment. As with most roofing projects, some unforeseen conditions were discovered once the roof was opened up. To date, 6 change orders totaling $47,290 have been approved to address these issues, such as replacing additional sections of plywood and repairing a couple joists. During ongoing work, however, staff and the contractor discovered sagging roof sections between joists. A structural review confirmed the joists themselves are sound, which saves the district from a major structural repair, but additional work is still needed to ensure the new roofing system is properly supported. Change order number 7 will address the issue by removing the existing battens, applying a tapered insulation to flatten the surface, resheeting the roof where needed, installing new underlayment over the new sheeting and tapered insulation, and reinstalling the battens. This work will eliminate the possibility of water pooling in the sagging sections, which can cause wood rot. It will ensure the new tiles lay evenly, distributing their weight properly, and prevent future cracking future damage to the new roof system. Sorry. Change order number 7 has a total cost of $61,225. This addition brings the total value of all change orders for this project to $108,515. The original contract contingency was for $89,583. 10% of the original contract value. Per ordinance number 146, any project with change orders greater than the allowed amount per the ordinance requires approval from the board of directors, which is why I'm here today. Even with this addition, the project remains well within budget with an estimated project total of $1.1 million, which is far below the overall project budget of $1.76 million, leaving an estimated budget surplus of $574,000 at the project's conclusion. The project directly supports focus area number 1 of the district's 2025 strategic plan, infrastructure integrity. Approving this change order will ensure the new roof system is structurally sound and protects the district facilities for years to come. And with this, staff recommends the Board of Directors authorize the General Manager to execute change order number 7 with Premin Roofing in the amount of $61,225. And with that, I'll take any questions you may have.
Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Any public speakers on this, Kirsten?
We've not received any public comments or any requests to speak.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Discussion?
I have a question. So I'm just curious what the process is when we get a change order request from a contractor. Do we do our own like independent estimate on it, or how do we evaluate to make sure it's fair?
We run it by our architect who helped design this and helped us go out to bid on this project. We talk about it internally with staff to review if it's acceptable or not. And if not, then we'll go back with them and say, hey, we think this is a little high on this cost or something like that. But for the most part, it's done in-house.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Good question. Yes?
Yeah, I have a question. Once the roof is all completed and the infrastructure and all that, is there any kind of guarantee that we get at the end of the project saying that if anything goes wrong in 5 years or 10 years or?
I don't know the exact time frame from Premin Roofing, but there is a workmanship guarantee from them for a period of time. I don't have that number on me.
Okay.
And I do know that the roofing tiles, they have a 15-year warranty from the manufacturer. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this as well, because without an even surface for those tiles to lay on, since they're square, only 3 points of contact would happen. And so eventually that would weaken the tiles to where they could crack and possibly rip the underlayment, which would cause a leak on the roof, on the plywood underneath.
Thank you.
Nice. Are they on time right now? Roof, are they on schedule? The contractor?
This is the last section for them to do. They've completed everything except this section. So it's taken almost 3 months to get to this point, but they've been working pretty diligently.
So they're close. I mean, rain's coming, so eventually. So I was just wondering, yeah. Nice. Any other discussion? I mean, it seems reasonable to me. Do I have a motion?
Move to approve.
So a request to approve change order number 7 to the construction contract for district headquarters roof replacement project. Motion by Director Hernandez,
Second.
seconded by Director Kirschbaum. Please vote. Motion passes 5-0. Thank you, Eric. Reasonable. And it looks like that is the end of the action items. Wow. General Manager report.
Yeah, just a few items. There'll be night work on 11/2 near Capelina. There'll be a Metal Arc tour. I believe 3 board members are signed up on 11/13 for our new CCT expansion project. Engineering Equipment Committee is scheduled for 11/18. And currently, we're looking at canceling the December 3rd board meeting. Aqua is also in town, and I believe BBK will also be hosting an event on December 3rd, probably around the same time as our board meeting, so.
Nice. What's for dinner?
You sound good.
Thank you. District Legal Counsel.
I just wanted to mention 2 bills which were signed into law by Governor Newsom, which may be of interest. First one is Senate Bill 598. Probably this may be more interest to staff, but it allows the district it allows agencies that basically produce, store, supply, or distribute water to use construction manager and general contractor project methodology for delivery. It's the CMGC methodology on its projects. This kind of dovetails on a prior law that was passed in favor of Metropolitan to allow them to use CMGC on their projects. So it may be
project delivery methodology that may be of interest to the district, and this statute allows us to use it. It's in effect, it will sunset in January of 2031. The other
So excuse my ignorance, CMGC stands for?
construction manager or general contractor, it's where they serve as the same and they provide design input on the project. It gets away from the low bid selection process, so you're able to move forward in that direction. The other bill was Senate Bill 707, which is the new Brown Act amendments relative to public meetings. You may have heard some about this. It included some very onerous requirements for large agencies, such as providing transcriptions in all languages of anyone within their jurisdiction that's at least 20% of the population, and some other requirements. Those don't apply to us, but what it did do is continue the teleconferencing rules, and it actually expanded them for people that don't affect us. But so it continues. We have a traditional teleconferencing rule, which means if you're gone and you want to participate virtually, the way we're set up right now, you would have to post where you are on the agenda. You'd have to post the agenda at the place you're going to be, and you're going to have to leave your room open or house, wherever you're staying, open so that the public can come in during the meeting. That's the traditional method of teleconferencing. The law does continue what were the emergency and solutions for teleconferencing, which would allow you to participate without doing the postings and leaving your space open for the public. But in order to take advantage of those, you may remember the 4 cause. If you've got a medical condition or child care issues, it would allow you to participate virtually. In order to do that, we would need to have a 2-way platform. We currently have a 1-way platform for the public. They can view the meeting, but they can't participate in the meeting. In order for us to take advantage of that other exception for teleconferencing, to get away from the traditional, we would have to have a platform for the meeting that would allow public participation and would require our agenda to include the language as to how they would do that. But that's the new Brown Act amendments that take effect January 1 of 2026.
Regardless of size of the district.
Yeah, so teleconferencing rules apply to everyone. I should have been, the other rules only apply to agencies of a certain size, and we're not in that category, so.
Gotcha. Thank you. Any relation, Tanis Brown, to the Brown Act? Any relation?
No.
Okay. Encino, San Diego County Water Authority.
Okay, everybody get comfortable. No, I'm just kidding. I'll make it quick.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so there was a presentation of the long-range financial plan, which is basically a document that the agency puts together so that when they go out to the market to get debt, they have a plan that they can show that they're planning on bringing their debt down and how they're managing their debt. It doesn't really mean anything other than it's just sort of their way that they can go out to the market. So we had a presentation on that. It's available online. Let's see what else. There was a presentation on some MET projects. MET is Metropolitan Water District, that are being considered for the future. There's the Sites Reservoir, the Delta Conveyance Project, and Pure Water SoCal. These are all just theoretical right now, but all of those projects together have a cost of $38 billion, with a lot of the money coming from the state, but MET would still be on the hook for $20 billion of that. So that was discussed, and there's not any movement. It was just sort of like an informational item so that we're aware. The 7 basin states have been meeting weekly to discuss the negotiations on the Colorado River. There's been no progress at all. Their deadline is Tuesday to come to an agreement, and it sounds like that's probably not going to happen. So that's not good, but So the next step is if they don't meet the deadline, then the Bureau of Reclamation can come in and say, okay, this is what we're deciding for the basin states. That's a really long conversation if anybody wants to tune into that part of the meeting, but that is not really being negotiated, so probably lots of lawsuits in the future. But we are in good shape thanks to the QSA though for all the river stuff. Let's see. So we talked about Water Professionals Appreciation Week, and the Water Authority did a lot of outreach, but I was very proud because our video from Vallecitos was featured at the meeting, and staff did an awesome job on that, so I was really proud. There wasn't any other agencies that had cool videos like that, so great job for everybody, and that's about it.
Question? The presentations that are going to be upcoming, are they going to be online that we could participate in viewing?
Are you talking about for the?
Sites and
Well, there was a brief presentation at the meeting, so I can certainly forward that to you, so you can
Okay.
take a look at it.
Yeah, would you please?
I-
Yeah.
I'd be happy to, yeah. And that's it.
Director Kirschbaum, if you would give that to Kirsten, we could just forward it to the whole board for.
there you go.
Sure.
Yeah, yeah, we've been talking about that since I was on the board 15 years.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Thank you. Good information. Encina wastewater?
Yes, a couple of items. Our capital campaign, our capital meeting is next Tuesday, and then President PENNOCK and I attended the Mainsprings Company, which is the company that is hopefully going to provide us with our linear generator. A great presentation. I asked them in the presentation if I could buy stock. They said, no, it's just private. They're going to go public sometime in the future. And then we went to Santa Rosa?
Napa.
Napa. And view, because they have one in place. It's a big box. You can't, at the company, we saw how it works, how the compression of gas expands and explodes and creates the pistons that go to back and forth and create electricity. So very informative, and I think we're going to get there.
So that, I have a question. So that's really new technology, right? There's only a few of those out there.
There's about 100 sites around the nation. There's only about 6 or so that are water districts that are using methane gas as the propellant that explodes and creates the pistons going back and forth to create the electricity. But it has been proven, the one we went at Napa, they had a problem, but it wasn't really the Mainspring's fault. It was because the equipment is not owned by Napa, it's owned by somebody else, and they didn't want to do some electrical connections that were causing a little bit of grief. But they got that resolved now. It's been working perfectly, and everybody's happy.
It's a pretty good field trip. Napa?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, thank you.
It was a great field trip. 6,000 steps or so.
Hey, just as a reminder, we have a field trip to Meadowlark coming up. Just
Yeah. Woo-hoo.
Yeah, that's right. And
You gonna take us to lunch too?
And it was interesting, thank you, and it was very beautiful as well. Along with Encina, we did have the Policy and Finance Committee meeting, and it was just a year in review of tactical plans and things like that. And Encina is doing really well. I mean, we talked about Vallecitos being, and I know Jason did a great job at the Water Academy. Is it a good value for your money? And we did the same thing at Encina. Is this a good value for your money? Is Encina doing well for us? And they are very similar. So I'm proud to be a member of this board at Vallecitos and also Encina. They're both doing really well in their reporting. Standing committees. Any standing committees?
Yeah, so we met, the P3 committee met, and we had a presentation from Chris on the turf replacement program. Director Brown, there was another item on our agenda. Do you remember what it was?
Yes, it was the protocol for board members for events when we go out to attend activities and things like that. If it's in a specific district, it's hosted in that area. then the board member who oversees that district would have the invitation. But
Well, I think what we talked about, so, yeah, it was for the Speakers Bureau. So
Speakers
anytime we have staff speaking at an event, then they will reach out to the board to see if anybody would like to come. And the way it is right now is just a general invitation to the board. And so what we discussed was, should we prioritize the directors that live in that area first? And what we kind of decided in our committee was that just for ease of communication, it's probably easier just to like list all the events, and then whoever wants to come, you know, will come to the event. And
Yeah, and that's absolutely correct. So Chris sends out events, and if there's any board member that wishes to attend an event, just let Kirsten know, and then this way staff will be prepared for the board member that's there, so.
Thank you. And I know policy Finance and Investment Committee met. You want to report on that, or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, the Finance Committee met on Monday, November 3rd, this week. Items for discussion, we heard a presentation on the fiscal year 24-25 audit results, and we also heard a report on investment update and policy review.
And it was a great report.
Yep.
We're making money. Thank you. And spending money. Hopefully making more than we're spending. Let's see, any other committees? Directors' reports on meetings, conferences, seminars attended?
The feedback on the academy, I suspect it was good, but did you get a lot of feedback?
Yeah, so Chris just sent staff out the feedback reviews, and they were all excellent, all either exceptional or, you know, very close to exceptional. Some very good comments, some couple funny comments, but I mean, all in good jest. But overall,
Sure.
I believe Director Brown was an attendee at the whole thing, so.
But you didn't actually take a bus anywhere around, it was just all on site here?
No, so there was no bus because Meadowlark is still under construction, which is what the tour is.
Perfect.
But next year, we're hoping to reintroduce the bus tour, and then staff is still evaluating maybe doing the bus tour every other year, because this has been a huge success, and the logistics are a lot easier when it's all on site. But there are a number of our residents that still want to do the bus tour, so maybe doing it every other year. Still up for discussion, no decisions have been made.
Okay.
And your AGM did a great job presenting in your absence.
Oh, I had no worries at all. I didn't sleep, but I had no worries at all, so. So, sorry,
no, I was just going to say congratulations to everybody. It was so informative. I've gotten feedback from people that I see who didn't know that I was involved with the water district and saw me at the event last Thursday with lots of positive feedback, and just walking away with a really good confidence in what Vallecitos does. And it was very heartwarming to see all the staff that really are excited to talk to people about what they do, and really they have such a great sense of humor. The camaraderie really comes through when they are, you know, trying to put this little presentation together for the public. And you do sense you know, this idea of just being pride of ownership in what they do. So it sells very well to the public, absolutely, yeah.
Thank you. It was so good. In fact, we had retired staff show up. Ed Vidrotsi was there. It was fun to see him. Yeah, he was. I said, how's retirement? He goes, you can tell I'm bored. That's why I'm here.
Ed needs a new hobby.
I think so, but it's always good to see retired staff return, and that was great. Thank you for that. And I don't know if we met after visiting. We had that tour of the Montiel lift station, which was great. So thank you for putting that on.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big hole in the ground, and it was cool to crawl down in there actually, and it's a neat. I was just amazed.
Some of
at
the folks crawled down in there.
Well, I was amazed. Just there is no room. I mean, you're scraping Cole's carpet building. So it's just you're doing a lot in a little area, and so I was impressed with just all that's going on. You got a big crane back there and moving around, and just one little move, you're going to be either on the freeway or in Cole's carpet. So it's just. it's amazing to see how much good you're doing in that little tiny
And
box.
the board has to remember that Montiel Pump Station was a temporary pump station put in 1985-ish. That was supposed to last maybe 10 years, so it's been long overdue for a full
It
overhaul.
it didn't owe us a penny.
See, the 80s were a good year. Things were made well in the 80s.
A lot of Band-Aids have went on that pump station since.
Well, no, it was neat. Thank you for these opportunities. Appreciate it. Any other comments? Any future agenda items? Director's comments on anything else? Anything else? If not, this meeting's adjourned.
Very good.